We welcome you to this broadcast of girls varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We are live at Jackson Center High School in the Tiger's Den, where the Covington Buccaneers have set their anchor and mean to come in here and do some pirate business as they take on the Jackson Center Lady Tigers. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Allen Ball Insurance, and of course, NKTelco. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me tonight, and Happy New Year as we get 2023 underway with a non-conference matchup as the Covington Buccaneers roll into town with an overall record of 8-5 under fifth-year coach Sean Naff. They are 5-2 in the Three Rivers Conference, and they are tied for second with Miami East. They got wins over Houston, Fairlawn, Riverside, and Troy Christian. Went 4-0 to open the season. Then they dropped. Their first loss came against New Bremen on the 29th of November. And getting into December, they lost to Bethel, who currently leads the conference. They won at Northridge. They lost to Milton Union in overtime. And they beat both Lehman Catholic and Miami East. They lost to Anna. And then their most recent game last Wednesday, the 28th, they beat the Bradford Railroaders. So again, Covington Bucks come in here with an 8-5 record. Leading scorer, number 30, Carly Biesecker at 12.5 per game. Again, this is Coach Sean Naff's fifth year. Assistant coaches Kayla McEldowney and Ashley Johnson. They coach by committee, but you'll see Coach Naff up on the floor during the game, leading things from the coach's box there. On the Jackson Center Tigers side of the ledger, they are coached by, let me see here, Tiffany Brown, and this is her first season at the helm for the Lady Tigers. And they are currently sporting a 6-5 record overall, 3-3 in the Shelby County Athletic League. And I believe that gets them into the fourth slot, and it does. They're behind Fort Laramie and Russia, both at 5-0 in the conference. Fort Laramie 10-0 on the year, Russia 11-1. Botkins at 4-2 in the conference, and then there's Jackson Center in fourth at 3-3. Your leading scorer and rebounder for the Lady Tigers is sophomore McKinley Reichert, leading with steals Presley Reese, and then Addie Biederman has hit 38 threes this year. So well done for her. So once again, we're going to do a non-conference matchup. Covington coming in out of the Three Rivers Conference, Jackson Center, of course, in the mighty Shelby County Athletic League. Let's get into the Keyhole Pizza keys to the game. For Covington, 3 keys to the game, again, brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Dribble penetration to create offense, fly around on defense, and then dominate the boards on both sides of the floor. And that comes directly from Coach Sean Naff. From Coach Tiffany Brown on the Jackson Center side of the ledger, her 3 keys to a win tonight: win the boards, great help side defense, and then execute on offense. So should be an interesting matchup. 2 teams kind of in the middle. I guess Covington's a little higher in their conference than Jackson Center is in theirs. But we're going to go ahead and step away as we get ready to fire this thing off as they start things off here in Jackson Center with the national anthem. Once we wrap that up, we will come back and meet our starting lineups. Once again, Covington in town to take on the Jackson Center Lady Tigers here on NKTelco Sports.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
All right, welcome to Jackson Center High School. I like to call it the Tigers' Den. Not sure if they call it that here or not. Let's give you a quick rundown of the Jackson Center's schedule, their season thus far. They opened with losses at Bethel and Russia. First win came in game number 3 against Anna. Dropped one to Botkins, beat Waynesville Goshen, lost to Fort Laramie, beat Perry, New Knoxville, Minster, Fairlawn, and Houston. Here are your Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineups for your visitors. The Covington Buccaneers, number 3, freshman guard Avery Coffer. Number 4, senior guard Meg Rogers. Number 12, junior guard Gracie Anderson. And number 14, Maggie Anderson, sophomore guard. And then finally, Carly Biesecker, the junior guard, wearing number 30. Here are your starters for the home Lady Tigers of Jackson Center. Wearing jersey number 4, Grace Prenger. Number 10, sophomore Presley Reese. Number 14, also a sophomore, McKinley Reichert. Number 20, junior Addie Biederman. And number 44, junior Macy Kloffenstein. If you notice, for Coach Tiffany Brown's Lady Tigers, we don't have a senior on the floor. Very, very young team. And as you hear by their record of 6-5, they remain quite competitive in a challenging, always challenging Shelby County Athletic League. Ladies basketball is alive and well in the Shelby County Athletic League, and these young Tigers are holding their own. So Kloffenstein will face off against Biesecker. Biesecker controls, and here go the Bucks. We are underway. Jackson Center D'ing them up, and your first points of the night go to Maggie Anderson. 2-0 Covington as we come the other way. And Jackson Center now captained, or I should say quarterback there, by number 10, Presley Reese, over to Reichert. And again, looks like another zone defense. You saw that a lot in the JV contest by the Bucks. Skip pass across to Reese. Finds Pranger in the corner. They collapse on that. Reese now with it, pinned against the sideline. Great defense there by Gracie Anderson. Reese with it. Kloffenstein, great ball movement out front for 3 off the back of the iron, over the backboard, and with the rebound and the putback, Reichert, count that one. We're going to say her name an awful lot. McKinley Reichert with her first points. And we will come the other way now. 2-2 in the early going. 7 minutes to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. This is Avery Coffer with it. Meg Rogers, she'll come out. Jackson Center is playing man-to-man. Biesecker, the leading scorer here on the Covington side of the ledger. Covington, a very good shooting team, and as soon as I say it, I jinx the poor young lady. Kloffenstein down with it, and here comes Presley Reese the other way. A couple of rebounds now for Jackson Center. Excuse me, and our first contact of the night. And number 3, Avery Coffer picks up her first team foul, and to the line for Jackson Center goes Presley Reese. Reese now, the second free throw is good, so she's on the board with a pair of free throws. Jackson Center leads 4-2 in the early going, and this is the freshman guard, Avery Coffer, across the timeline. She'll be D'd up by Reese, over to Biesecker. Kloffenstein guards her. Biesecker with a little turnaround in the paint. Tries to work free, unable to get there. Nice defense there by Kloffenstein as Biesecker tried to work something out, just couldn't get a clean look. Now Kloffenstein, turn around, high off the glass, no good. Down with it are the Bucks, and we'll come the other way. 4-2, still your score. Jackson Center with the early lead. This is Coffer with it to the senior, Meg Rogers. Biesecker again, should be guarded there by Reichert. Reichert has the ball go off of her foot. There's the official right there to signal a kicked ball. So Covington will retain possession and take it out underneath. Someone should probably take it out. There we go. This will be Maggie Anderson, the sophomore, 6-foot forward. She's got the lone points from the night so far for Covington. It is early, 4-2. Jackson Center leads, 6 minutes to go. Down the baseline, kicks out. And that is Gracie Anderson with it. She averages almost 8 a game. Now up top to Maggie Anderson. She'll kick out to Meg Rogers, but it's tipped away. Oh, almost a turnover. Nice job right there by Avery Coffer retrieving that. Gracie Anderson now with it. She's D'd up by Prenger. And then Anderson trips over the free throw line. They're going to get a blocking call, but I don't know it was with the ball. Number 4, Grace Prenger. They will call her for the block. First personal against the Tigers. Not a shooting situation. Each team with one personal. That is Grace Prenger's first foul. Meg Rogers will inbound now for Covington. Nice entry pass inside, contested, blocked. Rebound up and in for Biesecker. Biesecker now with her first bucket. And Jackson Center comes the other way. This is Grace Prenger. Down inside to Reichert. She's guarded by Biesecker. Has to kick it out. Standing on the line, a little short, and a battle underneath, and we're going to get a jump ball, and it'll stay with Jackson Center. Nice job there by both Biesecker and Reichert tying that up. A long 2 missed by Biederman. And then that one falls for Reichert. And that is Reichert's second field goal. This is Coffer with it. She's guarded by Reese. Biederman comes out to poke at it a little bit. Now Meg Rogers has it. Again, man-on-man defense. Biederman will guard her. Wide open out here on the right wing, but it goes out of bounds. Not a great pass. Excuse me. Avery Coffer unable to handle it. 4:42 and running. 6-4 Jackson Center to the lead and the ball. This is sophomore Presley Reese bringing it down. Guarded there by Gracie Anderson. And for 3, Biederman, 38 of them on the year, having a great year shooting. Rebounded by the Bucks, and they will come the other way. 6-4, 4:21 to go here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard in period 1. This is Biesecker up top, guarded by Reichert. Now to Gracie Anderson. She's guarded by Prenger, now down low, left side, kind of short corner there as Biesecker's going to try to work it in on Reichert. Nothing doing. Now a little dribble penetration up off the back of the iron. That was Maggie Anderson. No good, and will come the other way. Quick transition and count it for Biederman, her first points of the night. And it's 8-4 as Jackson Center doubles up the Lady Bucks. 3:40 to go now here in the first period. Very fast-paced, quick action as Gracie Anderson kind of stumbles a little bit coming out to get the pass. Now she'll drive down the right side, kick it out to Coffer, guarded there by Presley Reese. Up top to Maggie Anderson. Kloffenstein will take her. Now Anderson kicks to the right wing. That's Coffer again. Covington having to be patient. Little give and go. Nothing there for Maggie Anderson. Now Rogers deep in the corner. She's got Biederman guarding her. Rogers going to try it across the key. Nothing there. Now a little dribble penetration. Get the Europe walk. And we're going to get a foul. And that foul will go against Macy Kloffenstein. Her first personal, team second. This will be a shooting foul. And Maggie Anderson with 2 points will go to the free throw line. 3:05 as the clock stops. 8-4 Jackson Center with the early lead. That's a good one. Subbing in for the Lady Tigers is number 24, Kendall Reese. And now checking in for the first time tonight, the senior, Eric Gostomski, the 5'11" forward for Coach Naff and the Bucks. 2 free throws made for Maggie Anderson. Kicked over to the side, that's Biederman. In and out, no good. Down with it is Reichert, she loses it. Give that rebound to Maggie Anderson. She will come the other way. Coffer, long three off the back, no good, but she chases down her own rebound and then loses it. Presley Reese has her pocket picked by Biesecker. Now Biesecker will begin to set the offense. Again, she likes to do that little weaving back and forth, back down the defender. This time it doesn't go in her favor. Has another turnover. That's 3 now for the Bucks that they've committed, and a nice little transition bucket. Pass to Kendall Reese. Sophomore tallies her first points. 10-6, Jackson Center with 2:14 to go here in the opening stanza. This is Avery Coffer with it. Guarded by Presley Reese. Dribble across. Reese stays right with her. Good job. Flashing out is Maggie Anderson. Now up top to Gostomski. And back to Coffer. Now this is Biesecker with it, guarded by Reichert. Again, man-on-man defense here for Jackson Center. Nice defensive stand. Just nothing good yet open for the Bucks as Coffer with it on the right wing. So nobody can flash open here. Oh, nice cut across, but she couldn't do anything with it. Didn't handle the ball well. Gracie Anderson. And then another Buccaneer turnover. That's 4 so far for the night. Great defensive stand down there for the Tigers. Now we're going to get a timeout. That is a 30-second precision strip timeout. 1:30 to go in the first. Jackson Center 10, Covington 6. Here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
Welcome back to the Tigers Den here at Jackson Center High School. Thanks to Scott Elkert, the athletic director. For most of the year, he's in the program as the athletic director, but we are in basketball season. He is the head varsity basketball coach for the Tigers here in Jackson Center. So Kim Metz, the head varsity volleyball coach, takes over the athletic duties. So thanks to the both of them for their hospitality, having us up here in the Crow's Nest. Great vantage point. Jackson Center now, under a minute and a half to go in the first, leads 10-6 over Covington. Grace Prenger with it. Biederman breaking open down the baseline. Skip pass across to Reese. Trying to find Riker, but Biesecker doing a nice job preventing that. Again, Reichert flashes foul line. Quick pass. Reese was cutting. And Reichert and Reese will talk that over as that'll go in the books as a Tiger turnover. That's the third of the contest to 4 turnovers for the Bucks. And this will be the senior Erica Gostomski, 5'11" forward. Sometimes she'll rotate up front into the backcourt and play guard. You see that a lot with this Covington offense there. A lot of them are in the program as guard/forward because of the set that they run on any given set. You'll see sometimes their bigs will come out and handle the ball, and then sometimes they'll do more traditional where they try to work it into them. Coffer to Biesecker. Gostomski rescues that one. Now back up top to Maggie Anderson. She'll try dribble, penetrate down the right side. Nice job on defense there by number 24, Kendall Reese. Now a long three in the air. Says no shot, travel. Turnover number 5. 29.5 to go here in the first. As Jackson Center with it. Nobody's going to take Biederman, not a wise decision. This time she's off, but normally a pretty darn good shooter. And then she almost loses the hand. That's Addie Biederman now unable to connect with Reichert. And so a turnover in the offensive end for Jackson Center. 12.7 to go. So Covington now will move up the floor quickly to try and get a bucket as we hit 10 seconds to go here in the first, as Avery Coffer now realizes the situation and gets up into the half-court offense. This is Gracie Anderson with it. She's going to have to shoot. Here's Maggie for three. Count it! Buzzer beater, Maggie Anderson leads all scorers with 7. We'll be back in just a minute. 10-9, Jackson Center over Covington after 1 here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here.
Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Welcome back to Jackson Center High School. Great place to watch basketball. They love their basketball here. They've got some state titles. Girls basketball in 1995, 2001, boys basketball in 85, couple volleyball titles. A lot of success here in the round ball gymnasium sports for Jackson Center. Great place to come watch basketball, and we're going to get another Buccaneers turnovers. They're unable to get that half-court offense together. Just looking at all these great Ohio-shaped black and orange placards up on the wall of this beautiful gymnasium. See Presley Reese now dribbles into a trap, picks up her dribble, going to have to get some help. She just kind of throws up a prayer. Biesecker goes down there to get it, and I think she's the one who tapped it out. And she was also going for it was Kloffenstein, more to probably shield and let the ball go out of bounds off the tip. And here comes Biederman now. She'll inbound, skip pass all the way across to Grace Pranger, now into Reichert in the paint. Nothing there. She has to kick back out. And we're going to get 3 seconds called on Kloffenstein as she got camped out right there by the left block. And as you know, in high school basketball, you cannot spend more than 3 seconds in the paint. You have to move in and out, in and out, in and out. It is unfair to stand in there and just wait. That's a call you will hear frequently in gymnasiums. Whether or not it's actually 3 seconds, many officials in the stands like to help with that particular call. Now a little spin and dribble, and they're going to call that a carry on Gracie Anderson. So again, another unforced error by the Bucks. They've got 7 turnovers to 5 for Jackson Center. You see Gracie Anderson there at half court. Number 12, the junior guard, 5'9". She's going to pick up Presley Reese. Reese finds Reichert at the free throw line, but contested there by Maggie Anderson. Now Reichert on the deck. Nice job of scrambling, Macy Kloffenstein finishes her first points of the night. And it's under 7 to go, 12-9 Jackson Center. So a lot of great defense being played here. Based on the number of turnovers, 7 for the Bucks, 5 for the Tigers. You see a lot of motion in this Covington offense as they work to get open. A lot of cutting and swirling. And another turnover as Biederman takes it away. Now Presley Reese, left side, too much there. And we get a tie-up. This time it'll go Jackson Center's way on the rebound. But a nice look there at some transition basketball off of another turnover by the Bucks, just unable to finish. Nice job getting back on defense. I didn't quite catch who that was. McKinley Reichert's going to make a rare miss right there on a 8-footer, and it'll come down to the Bucks and go the other way. It's under 6.5 to go here before halftime. Rogers, a little give and go back to Coffer. Nice play. Coffer is in the books with 2. Coffer just kicked it out to the right wing, and then Rogers right back to her as nobody really picked up Coffer going down the lane. 12-11 now. You see Kloffenstein flash out to the elbow. Now Reichert down at the block. She's going to work on Gostomski. Reichert puts it up, misses. Now they scramble for it. And we're going to get another jump ball, and it will go to Covington. As you see here, number 24, Kendall Reese, will check in, and that's going to give Grace Pringer a break for the Tigers. 12-11, Jackson Center hanging on to a 1-point lead. Just under 6 minutes to go here on the First National Bank scoreboard. Thanks for joining us if you just got here. JV contest went to Covington 34-16. Gostomski to Anderson. That's Gracie Anderson, number 12. Tries to get it in there. Kloffenstein pokes it away. That's 10 turnovers now in the first half. And we'll transition to Biederman. Up off the glass, no good. Tries to get her own rebound. Comes down to Reichert, and she will put it home. Reichert now leads the Tigers with 6. But again, transition, defense creating offense, and you saw it there as Biederman poked it away. Got things going for the Tigers. 14-11 now, Jackson Center leads. This is Maggie Anderson. Gostomski, Gracie Anderson with it now. She'll be defended by Kendall Reese. Now down inside to Maggie Anderson, and she finds it. Anderson leading all scorers now with 9. And there's a turnover. Reese trying to work it in. We're going to come the other way. Guards, 2-on-1. Koffer unable to make that first one. Does come down with a rebound. We're going to get a foul. I think that's going to go on 10. White. That will be Presley Reese. Just her first third team foul. Very cleanly played game. 14-13. They're going to say that was not in the act of shooting. It was in the rebound, really. So Biesecker will inbound to Gracie Anderson. Now back into Biesecker. She'll try and back Reichert down. A little spin around very quick off the dribble. Biesecker now with 4. She averages 12.5. She's got a very quick turnaround there. She likes to back that defender down. You see there's a little spin move. You see Kloffenstein flash out. Good ball movement to Reese, to Biederman. Now she'll try to go around Gostowski. Looking for Reichert. That's always the aim, is to get McKinley Reichert so strong down in the paint. Other way. Miss and a rebound. And now we're back this way to Jackson Center. A lot of back and forth action. I'm struggling to keep up here. Got a little cough. Kloffenstein going to be a little short. Reichert pulls it down. Puts it down one time. She'll go up. Now they'll call travel. So Jackson Center turnover number 8. Jackson Center now with 8 boards to 5 for the Bucks. 3:59 before the half, and Covington with their first lead. I neglected to mention that on that last exchange. Covington 15, Jackson Center 14. This is Biesecker with it. She's guarded by Reichert, so you're going to see kind of top player on top player most of the night. Pretty typical. Now Biesecker working baseline. Gostomski wanted to find her, but wasn't really open. Gracie Anderson now up top. Kendall Reese D-ing her. Now Biesecker. And we're going to get a body foul on Reichert as she was kind of trailing and got some body on Biesecker. So that'll be McKinley Reichert, the sophomore, her first foul. Also a standout on the volleyball court. Excellent athlete all the way around. This is the first time we'll see Delaney Murphy, freshman guard. She had 7 in the matinee JV game. Now a little a little lob pass to Biesecker. Got herself too far into the basket, but Kloffenstein bailed her out with a hold on the arm, I believe is what we're going to see called here. Yes, sir. 15 foul on the Tigers, second for Kloffenstein. 3:27 to go before halftime, 15-14, and this will be a shooting situation for Carly Biesecker. Biesecker currently with 4 points. Out comes Kloffenstein. In comes Addie Biederman, the junior. She'll take her place down on the left block. Get our second free throw. And no good. In and out, rattles around. Rebound there by Presley Reese. Coming quick the other way. You can see Jackson Center likes to run, set up their transition. Biederman now right wing. She's going to try dribble, penetrate past Koffer, kick it over to Kendall Reese. Up top to Grace Pringer. Standing on the line, no good. I think that's the first, that is not a 3. They still haven't attempted a 3. Jackson Center has not. And this is Koffer with it. Back to Delaney Murphy. So quick on defense, Murphy, as we saw her with a number of steals in the JV game. Biesecker now Almost throws it away. Maggie Anderson still scrumming for it. Looks like Kendall Reese. And now Anderson will try to tie her up. And not sure what the call is here. Okay, so it'll stay with Jackson Center. 2:51 to go. 15-14 Covington. What an entertaining, hard-fought first half we've enjoyed so far. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on a warm spring-like Tuesday night, January 3rd, 2023. Hope you had great holidays. I know we did. And here we're going the other way. Coffer off the steal. Up and off and in. Oh, and they're going to get a foul on that. It looked like she was done shooting by the time the defense got there. So count that. Foul will be on Pringer, her second, team 6. So we're going to go 3 the old-fashioned way for Avery Coffer. 17-14 now as the Bucks point guard, freshman, pokes the ball away, takes it the distance, gets the hoop and the harm and the 3. So 5 now for Coffer. Grace Pringer will sit with 2 fouls. In comes number 34. This is Dee Lichtenberg. We saw a lot of minutes from Miss D in the first game, the JV game. Lichtenberg ended up finishing with 2 points in that contest. And now we got a trap down here and a foul, I think, is called on Covington. Gracie Anderson, her first, just the second team foul I have against Covington. 18-14 your lead. 2:30 to go. So Covington tries a little press action, and then Jackson Center promptly throws it away. Biesecker getting in the way of that attempt. So 2:20 to go now. Covington with a 4-point lead and the ball. This is Maggie Anderson. Now Biesecker, plenty of time to set. No good. Reichert down with the rebound. And she will go ahead and bring it in. The other way, she'll give it up, to Presley Reese. Defended there by Gracie Anderson. Now Reese has to dribble away from that. Kendall Reese with it. That's Biederman. There's Kendall Reese flashing out to the left elbow. Now Biederman baseline. She's guarded by Maggie Anderson. Up to Reichert off the glass with the foul. Unable to make the bucket, but she will go to the free throw line. And that's Avery Coffer's second, team third, as Reichert heads to the charity stripe with 6. Make that 7. In comes Meg Rogers. Lady Tigers have attempted 3 free throws and have made 3 free throws. And they've attempted 4 and made 4. So Reichert now with 8. See, very nice shooting rhythm, very smooth, very good athlete for Coach Brown. And here's Gracie Anderson, tries a little between the legs and almost gets a backcourt violation. Presley Reese is going to try to force the issue. Gracie Anderson hangs on to it now, a cutting Delaney Murphy. And then back up top, and we'll kind of reset on the wing. This is Meg Rogers. Boy, quick ball movement here by Covington, as they've got Jackson Center kind of dancing in circles, but still unable to get a good look. Meg Rogers with it. This is Gracie Anderson. Now back to Delaney Murphy, defended by Lichtenberg. This is Maggie Anderson with it. She's guarded by Biederman. And Presley Reese almost there to tap that one away. Delaney Murphy. Gracie Anderson says that's enough. I'm going to fire up a 3. No good. And that'll go out of bounds. And Jackson Center will come the other way. 2-point game, 57.4 before we hit the halftime break. And Presley Reese will bring it up. Make sure you come back after halftime, because obviously we got a whole other half of basketball. We'll get you some stats before we start the third quarter. And there's another Jackson Center turnover. So the turnover monster has kind of bit the Tigers here in this late going in the second period. They have now 11 turnovers to 12 for the Bucks. But then the Bucks lose it out of bounds. So Presley Reese will inbound it to a rolling Reichert. Now she's got it left wing. Picks up her dribble. And Dee Lichtenberg now will have to make some decisions. This is Presley Reese with it. She's defended by Gracie Anderson. Again, that kind of that zone defense look by the Bucks. And Kendall Reese, the ball too high for her, but Reichert to the rescue. Now Biederman. And an ill-advised skip pass off the hands of Rogers. It'll stay right here. 22 seconds left. 18-16, Covington by 2. Covington in to the contest with an 8-5 record. Jackson Center 6-5 overall. There's Reichert, left elbow. Now back up top. Presley Reese, plenty of time to think about it. Boy, count that. That was a beauty. Presley Reese now with 5, and Covington hurries the other way with 5 seconds. Gracie Anderson at the 10-foot line. Reese right out there to guard her. Nice job on defense. Doesn't give her any options. And that is no shot, says our official. And so at the half, Jackson Center 19. Covington 18. We're going to take a little bit of a break. They're going to put 10 minutes on the clock. We'll come back in about 7 and get you some stats brought to you by Wagner's IGA. And then it'll be the second half. Girls high school basketball. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the Internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an Internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to the Tigers Den. Scott Fry here with you. The first half in the books, and it's a tight one. Jackson Center with the lead, 19-18 over the visiting Covington Bucks. Well, let's talk about how we got there on the Covington side of the ledger. 6 of 11 from 2-point inside the arc, 2 of 4 from outside the arc. So 50% for 3, 53% overall shooting for the Bucks from the floor. 2 of 4 from the charity stripe, so halvesies there. 5 rebounds, 12 turnovers on the Bucks side. Scoring-wise, they are led by Maggie Anderson with 9, Carly Biesecker with 4, and Avery Coffer with 5. On the Jackson Center side of the scoreboard, 6 of 17 shooting for 2, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc. So overall, shooting 38%. 4 for 4 from the charity stripe and 10 rebounds, and that's been a big part of their success is second chance opportunities on offense with those rebounds. Excuse me. And then Jackson Center with 11 turnovers, so pretty even with the exception of rebounds all the way around, and that has given the Jackson Center Tigers that little edge on offense. They haven't shot as well, but they've had more opportunities. They were 6 of 17 versus 6 of 11, so 6 additional shooting opportunities. As you hear in the background, the buzzer counting us down to the last minute to go before the second half starts. Leading the Lady Tigers in scoring, the sophomore McKinley Reichert with 8. Presley Reese has 5, and then 3 shooters with 2. Addie Biederman, Kendall Reese, and Macy Kloffenstein with 2 apiece. So we get set to start the second half. You will see on the floor for Jackson Center, Kloffenstein, Grace Prenger, McKinley Reichert, Presley Reese, and Allie Biederman, and that is their starting lineup. On the Covington side of the ledger, let's see what they got when they break huddle. Going to guess starters as well. This will be Avery Coffer, Meg Rogers, number 14, Maggie Anderson, number 12, Gracie Anderson, number 30, Carly Biesecker. And we are ready to go as Covington is going to start things off with the ball. Meg Rogers going to try to get an entry pass in, tipped by Biederman. Now they'll battle for it, and should be Jackson Center ball, and it is. Great job in there by Allie Biederman tying up Meg Rogers. First she tipped the pass. They were trying to get an entry pass into Biesecker. Had good position on that block there, but Addie Biederman said no thank you, and now Biederman with it. Rogers will guard her. Flashing out, Kloffenstein turns around, no good. Down with it is Coffer. And we'll go the other way. And Coffer with it. Thinks about a three. Rogers now, Biederman guarding her. Cuts across, finds Coffer right wing. She's going to dribble penetrate. Kicks back out, tipped by Presley Reese. Down with it. Maggie Anderson up off the glass, no good. Rebound, Biesecker, no good. And finally Reichert, and I think they're going to get Biesecker on a foul. So a couple of misses. And then Jackson Center comes down with it. And they do get Biesecker. That is Carly's first personal. First one of the half against the Bucks. And Presley Reese will walk it across again. If you're just joining us, JV contest went the way of the Bucks. 36-14. And we're going to get a travel off the dribble. Excuse me. Got to put the ball down before you step. So the JV contest went to Covington, and we are just now starting the third period. 1918 Jackson Center with the lead, as you see on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Thank you to Wagner's IGA for stats and highlights of the half. Presley Reese, big turnover there, blocked pass, going to go all the way down the right lane. And right there to play some defense, getting back quickly, Maggie Anderson, but I think they're going to say foul, and they are. That'll be Anderson's first, and it's going to be a shooting foul, so Presley Reese will go to the line to shoot two. Reese currently with 5 points. She's got a nice shot, nice rhythm there. She's got the lone three for the Tigers. 20-18 at the moment. See how this second one goes. And a little short, so the first free throw miss. And we get a push, and that'll be on Reichert. So Reichert's second foul, first team foul against the Tigers. And this is Avery Coffer. Gracie Anderson with it. She's guarded there by Grace Pringer. Gracie on Grace. Now Coffer back with it. Presley Reese has been assigned to her all night. Biesecker, Reichert will come out and defend her. Both leading scorer on their respective squads. Gracie Anderson, a little bobble there. See both teams do a nice job moving the ball. And then walks right into a tie-up. Presley Reese will tie her up, and that will burn a possession arrow opportunity for Covington. They'll keep the ball and lose the possession arrow. So great job there on the tie-up. This will be Meg Rogers with the inbounding duties. Oh, nice job. Bounce pass in off the glass. Up and no good. We're going to get another foul as Maggie Anderson will go to the free throw line, and this will be on number 20, Addie Biederman, her first second team foul. And here goes Maggie Anderson. Anderson leads all scorers with 9, make it 10. Anderson just a sophomore. Both of these squads pretty young. The only senior that's been on the floor, really, Meg Rogers for Covington. First one's good. Second one's good. Anderson now leading all scorers. First one in double digits with 11. 20-20 tie. 6:14 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Now a little token pressure at about three-quarters court. Reese dribbles through it. Kick to Biederman. She thinks about a three, a little head fake. And we're back in our half-court set with Grace Pringer, the junior. Gives to Reese, a sophomore. A couple of really athletic sophomores on this Jackson Center squad with Reese, Presley Reese, and McKinley Reichert. Jackson no good. Down with it are the Bucks. Or not Jackson, that was the number 4 Tiger for the JV game. That was Grace Springer, sorry. This is Meg Rogers. A little give and go to Gracie Anderson. Turns around halfway down the left side of the key. Can't find it. And back the other way. And Presley Reese going to go down the lane. Can't get it, but Reichert with the putback. Can't get it. Jackson Center with 2 boards and 3 chances here. See if they can convert. Up top, Reese has time, thinks better. And this will be Grace Springer, no good. So, boy, 3 good looks for the Tigers. Couldn't hit any of them. And now Covington down here as we are tied at 25 minutes to go in the third. This is Carly Biesecker, works off the screen down the right side of the lane, up over Kloffenstein. Count it. No foul. I think all the Tigers saw a charge. The defender stood her ground. No call by the official. 22-20. Covington with the lead, 4:41. It's been a tight game most of the way. Reichert flashes out, left elbow, turns around, nails it. Boy, you just, by the looks of that shooting motion and rhythm, catch and release, you know she's done that a couple thousand times in her driveway. What a smooth shooter. And so that puts McKinley Reichert into double digits for the Tigers with 10. And this is Maddie Anderson now. And she gets the door slammed by Biederman, ties her up. And because of that possession arrow, the Tigers will get a turnover out of that. Maggie Anderson just ran into a wall named Addie Biederman. So Presley Reese will bring it up. Waiting to defend her is now in the game. This is Erica Gostomski, number 11, senior forward. Biederman. And again, content to play 2-3 zone. That's how the Bucks roll. Reichert has to kick it back out to Presley Reese. Now she's going to put it down, go down the left side into the trees, up off the glass and in. Very smooth, very quick off the dribble. Went around 3 defenders. Whoops. And Reese makes them pay. 24-22 now, Jackson Center. Very, very back and forth night. Exciting girls basketball. Thanks for joining us. This is Gostomski, Erica Gostomski. Dribbles around. Oh, she finds Kofer breaking down inside. Can't close the deal. Tries to put one back up. Misses, but we're going to get a free throw opportunity as Presley Reese picks up her second personal. Should be the team's third. Jackson Center with 3, the Bucks with 2, and Biesecker shooting. Another smooth shooter. That's her 7th point. Delaney Murphy will come in now. She'll give Meg Rogers a break. Murphy, freshman guard. Very impressive in the JV tilt. 7 points all in the first half, so 1 free throw made. Ball goes out of bounds off of the Tigers. And we're going to get a timeout, Jackson Center. It's a full timeout brought to you by Precision Strip. We'll take it with them. 24-23, Jackson Center hanging on to a 1-point lead here. It's girls basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
Welcome back to Jackson Center High School. Again, I'd like to thank the staff here. Scott Elkert, the athletic director. Kim Metz also athletic directing this time of year. Thank you for them. Thank you to them for their hospitality. Always a pleasure to come here, cover high school sports as Carly Biesecker inbounds to Coffers. Tries to get the defense off her feet. Presley Reese staying right there with her. Oh, nice little attempt at a pass, but it looks like maybe the pivot foot got drug as she had Biesecker again open on the left, the left block. 24-23 Jackson Center. Presley Reese will bring it in to the offensive end. She's guarded there by Erica Gostomski. You see Klopfenstein trying to flash open. This 2-3 zone, it's tough to do that. You see immediately Reichert double team, triple team. Still tries to get an angle, a shot, no good. Presley Reese from 3, count that one. So Presley Reese now leads all the Tiger scores with 11. Having a night, couple of threes in there, 256 and running. The First National Bank scoreboard for 3, long rebound, and goes off Biederman. She manages to keep it. That 3 was no good, and down into the trees goes Presley Reese, and she gets the desired effect as they're going to call, I think, Maggie Anderson, and they are. That's her second. Nobody who cheers for the Bucks really particularly liked that call, but that doesn't matter. 27-23, Jackson Center's Presley Reese shooting free throws. First one off the iron, no good. In comes Gracie Anderson. Out goes Delana Murphy. Klopfenstein now leaves. Kennedy Reese comes in for Jackson Center, so both coaches working the bench. Reese makes that one good. 5 of 8 free throw shooting. Excellent night. 6 of 8, excuse me. Excellent night. 75% as a team for the Tigers. 50%, 3 of 6 for the Buccos. Gracie Anderson with it, guarded very closely there by Grace Pringer. Jackson Center staying in the man-to-man. Now they try to double Pringer. Wide open Coffer on the wing. No good. Down with it is Grace Pringer. And we go the other way. A little transition. They find Reichert left block. She's going to get Maggie Anderson. Can't get the foul. Can't get the bucket. And the other way is Carly Biesecker. She's going to skip pass across to Coffer. She's guarded there by Reichert. Coffer backs up behind the 10-foot line, try to set the offense. Gracie Anderson with it, looking for Maggie, not really open. Gostomski now, she tries to find Maggie Anderson, and the pass is tipped right there by Biederman, and down with it, Presley Reese. Biesecker back on defense. Oh, nice play by Coffer from behind, trailing as Presley Reese went to go up with it, and we're going to get a 30-second timeout called by Covington. We'll keep it right here. Avery Coffer doing the honors, picking the pocket of Presley Reese off of the steal, the transition game. They found Reese breaking down the right side of the key all the way down the floor, and looked like it was going to be an easy layup, but Avery Coffer doing a great job of getting back. Coffer with 5, Maggie Anderson with 11, Carly Biesecker with 7 for the Bucks, 23. On the Tiger side of the ledger, I've got Presley Reese leading all scorers with 12. McKinley Reichert with 10, Biederman with 2, Kendall Reese with 2, and Klopfenstein with 2. And man, the Grand Illusion playing on the PA. I tell you, the PA guy here has got game. Great tunes here in the Tigers' den as here come the Bucks. 142, 28-23 on the First National Bank scoreboard. The lead belongs to the Tigers. Coffer, Biesecker, Reichert will come out and D her up. High hands, as they say. Gracie Anderson flashing across the key. Maggie Anderson up, and no good. That ball did everything but drop, and we're going to get a foul on the way to the rack. And that foul is on Presley Reese. So let's watch that one. Presley Reese now with 3 as a Tiger stands at the table. That's Macy Klopfenstein. But first, order of business, Maggie Anderson's shooting free throws. And boy, the Buccos could use some free throws right now as Meg Rogers comes in for Covington, sending Gostomski to the bench. Klopfenstein sends Biederman to the bench for Jackson Center. Second free throw now is good. So Anderson adds to her total 13 points to lead all scorers, 28-25 Tigers. And again, there she is at the 10-foot line, Gracie Anderson, pressuring Reese a little bit. Now over to Reichert, and just like that, turns it over off the little pressure. Gracie Anderson now, she's going to dribble penetrate, got Reichert, step back, tries to feed Biesecker, and not a great pass. Klopfenstein had pretty good position on defense, and that will go out off of Klopfenstein, so it'll stay down here. Covington ball, 108, little lob to Maggie Anderson, now to feed Biesecker. Again, not a clean pass. Covington keeps it. Rogers sets up for 3, off the glass, no good. Reichert battling down there, and it's going to go off of a buck and come the other way. Rebounds in the second half, 5 for Covington, 6 for the Tigers. 28-25, Jackson Center hangs on to a lead of 3 as we get under a minute 50 seconds to go right now. And then a trap, little pressure. Nice job passing out of it. Klopfenstein loses the handle, though. Guess I jinxed her. They did a good job of breaking that little pressure, but then couldn't hang on to it under the basket. Coffer kicks back to Maggie Anderson. Now she'll try the lane. No good. Gracie Anderson, college 3, no good. Down with it, scrambling are the Tigers. 28 seconds to go. Here comes Presley Reese. She's going to go. Nice bounce pass to Klopfenstein, who is set up in the paint. Nice bucket. 4 points for Klopfenstein. We'll come the other way quick. 15 seconds to go behind the back. And then a reach-in foul by Kendall Reese will be her first personal. Yep, they're going to call it a push. 15 foul. Oh. Well, the scoreboard says it's on number 10. But they only have her for 3 fouls, which I already had her for 3. I think that was on Kendall Reese. And Presley Reese will come out with those 3 fouls. So we'll continue to watch that. I've been known to be wrong. It can happen. Gracie Anderson now, a little turnaround. Nice bucket. Her first points of the night. And Jackson Center with 5 seconds. Here is Reichert. Kendall Reese down to Klopfenstein, and that's going to do it for the half. For the quarter. So after 3, Jackson Center takes a 1-point halftime lead and turns it into a 3-point third quarter break lead. 30-27 here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County has a job for you. Grand Lake Health System has over 800 employees. Included is Joint Township District Memorial Hospital and multiple physician practices. And we're now hiring a variety of positions that fit all education and skill levels. Plus, you'll get a great benefit package offered to both full and part-time workers. Join this rewarding career and help your community in the process. Contact Ohio Means Jobs Auglaize County for all your employment needs.
All right, one more quarter to go to decide this one. This has been a hard-fought game. Turnovers now tied at 15 apiece. A lot of defense, a lot of hustle. Really great basketball game. Hats off to both of these squads playing their guts out. Non-conference action. Covington representing the Three Rivers Conference. And, of course, Jackson Center, a longtime member of the Shelby County Athletic League. And here we go, fourth quarter action. Gracie Anderson loses the handle, grabs it. Boy, Grace Pranger was all over that. Almost got a turnover. Now Anderson pulls up, jumper about 18 feet. Money, all of a sudden Gracie Anderson, 2 quick buckets. The last 4 points for Covington have come from Anderson. Reichert with it. And again, they go off of that little 3-quarter court press into a trap. Biederman no good on the 3, and we're going to come back the other way as Gracie Anderson with the rebound. And here come the Bucks, 30-29. Jackson Center hanging on to a 1-point lead. Here's Maggie Anderson. Klopfenstein defends her. Gets her turned back around. Denies the baseline. Boy, close to 5 seconds. And now Maggie Anderson's going to throw it away. And it'll be a backcourt violation, or, well, it ends up going out of bounds. So Jackson Center will inbound on the far sideline. This will be Addie Biederman. And that'll go in the books as the 16th turnover against fifth-year coach Sean Naff and his Bucks. Biederman sets up for 3. Yeah, great shot, great stroke right there. That is her first 3 of the night, giving her 5 total points. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc for the Tigers. Here is Maggie Anderson, big mess of bodies right in front of her. Again, screens. Oh, nice give and go down inside to Maggie Anderson, unable to finish. And coming the other way is Presley Reese. Back out here with 3 fouls. The other 4 girls all have 2 fouls. 5 team fouls for the Tigers, 3 for the Bucks. Just to tell you where we're at there. So Jackson Center's got 1 to give. And nice 2-ball there for Pranger. And that's her first field goal of the night. 35-29. So all of a sudden a 6-point lead for Jackson Center, which is kind of a monster lead given how the way this game has gone. It's been a 1 or 2 point game most of the way and a number of ties. Gracie Anderson with it to Maggie Anderson. Now she's going to go ahead and pull up for a three. No good. Long off the back. But Biesecker down with it. Now we're going to get a foul. And that'll go against Grace Prenger, her third, team 6. So the next foul situation, unless it's way down the other end of the floor, is going to be a 1-and-1 into the bonus for the Bucks. Little spin move, quick for Biesecker, but boy, Reichert was right there. Kick out to Gracie Anderson. And nice job right there by Grace Prenger to take that one away. And then we're going to get a travel in transition. So 5:50, the clock will stop on that turnover. And we will go back to Covington on offense. 5:47 to go. 3-possession game right now. 6-point lead for the Tigers. This is Coffer, guarded by Presley Reese, working inside of Biesecker, goes between her legs. Now we're going to get a tie-up on the floor. Well, it didn't look like they got 4 hands on it, but they said they did, so that'll be a turnover as Jackson Center had the possession rule. 35-29, 5.5 to go. Thank you for joining us tonight. Girls high school basketball. I want to thank a bunch of additional sponsors. Burke Petroleum, Chiltex LLC, Cy Sweeterman as Jackson Center turns that over. Cy Sweeterman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hilsman Automotive, Park National Bank, SecureCom, and St. Henry Bank are additional sponsors. If you can see your way clear to patronize those local businesses, the only way we can bring you these games is by their advertising dollars, their investment in local high school sports. Gracie Anderson now with it. She's going to dribble, penetrate, left side, go all the way, and nothing there. Throws up a prayer, but it looks like she maybe drew a foul, and it's a big one. Grace Prenger picks up her 4th. So Prenger now will be curious to see what Coach Tiffany Brown does with her. And it was a shooting situation, so we are in the bonus now. Covington is, because Jackson Center's got 17 fouls as Grace C. Anderson drains the first one. And yes, Grace Prenger will come off. Kendall Reese will come on for the Tigers. 5:10 to go, 35-30, Jackson Center leads. Both free throws good for Gracie Anderson. 8 of 10 now as Covington has made their last 5 straight free throws, so getting a little hot from the line. Again, that token pressure, it's been pretty effective. It's cost a few turnovers now. A nice job hitting a cutting Kendall Reese down the baseline. Presley Reese did a great job of reading that. Kendall, nice job making herself available. Coffer's going to go down into the trees and nothing, but she's going to pick up a foul. And McKinley Reichert picks up her 3rd, not ideal. And Coffer is going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2. 37-31 Jackson Center. Count that first one. That puts Coffer at 6. Into the game comes Meg Rogers for Coach Naff and the Bucks. Off comes Erica Gostomski. See if Coffer can make her 2nd free throw. That's 6 in a row now for the Bucks. And I guess I jinxed her. Sorry about that. Avery. 6 points for Avery Koff, and here comes McKinley Reichert quickly the other way. Stops, pops, double team over the top of that, no good. Scramble for the rebound, and the Bucks got it. That's 8 boards this half for them, also 8 boards for the Tigers. So, again, the scoreboard doesn't lie. It's been a very evenly matched ball game all the way around. Gracie Anderson with it now. She's looking for Maggie down in the paint. She's going to try and back down Kloffenstein as Jackson Center double teams her, and Jackson Center's Addie Biederman ties her up and basically steals the possession arrow as it was already in favor of Covington. So the Bucks will keep it here. 5-point game, so a two-possession game, a 3 and a 2. 4:21 to go as we start winding down. And boy, nice job by Addie Biederman, and they're going to get a timeout called by Coach Naff as it was getting close to 5 seconds. We'll just go ahead and keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. So Coach Sean Naff doing a nice job of watching that as Meg Rogers had trouble getting it in. Kind of a mismatch there. Meg Rogers goes 5'4". I don't have an official height on Biederman, but I'm going to say she's got to be 5'10" with a big wingspan. Excellent outside shooter for Coach Tiffany Brown in her first year at Jackson Center. And boy, oh boy, Covington almost gave that one away with a 5-second violation, but Coach Naff hit that timeout. 37-32 on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. I don't know how many of you watching are NFL fans, but I'm an NFL fan and I'm a Bills fan, and I just want to say a quick prayer for Bills safety DeMar Hamlin, who went down after what looked like a routine tackle, collapsed. They had to do CPR. He was down for 9 or 10 minutes. They brought out the paddles, the whole 9 yards. Very, very scary situation. He is still in critical condition in Cincinnati at UC. Want to send all our prayers up to DeMar Hamlin and his family and wish all the best. Scary. It's really exciting and all that, but boy, life is much more important as you see Biesecker unable to convert. And then we're going to get Maggie Anderson picking up her third foul, fourth team foul. So again, wishing all the best for the Buffalo Bills organization, the Hamlin family, and hope that ends well. That's a scary deal. Hats off to the Bengals and their organization and fans for all the class they've shown, and all those first responders. Always, always, always thank your local first responders for all they do. They saved a man's life, hopefully, last night. So back in action, here's Gracie Anderson, long three, count it. Boy, that's a big bucket right there. Both Andersons feeling it now. Gracie with 9, Maggie with 13, 37-35, Jackson Center, as Biederman is trapped, and they're going to get a timeout now for Tiffany Brown. Precision strip timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. 3:49, 37-35, Jackson Center over Covington here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
All right, we're back in action here momentarily. 3:49 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard as we come out of this precision strip timeout. Again, keys to the game always brought to you by our friend Chunky Bob and his team at Keyhole Pizza. Scoreboard sponsor, always First National Bank. Think First. Starting lineups always brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies. Timeouts, precision strip. We will choose a player of the game brought to you by NKTelco. And, of course, the Jackson Center Live View sponsor, Allen Ball Insurance, local business. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our sponsors. Presley Reese, D'd up there by Rogers. Reichert over to Biederman. Now she's going to dribble, penetrate, kick it into Reichert in the paint. Very, very nice play as the defense followed the ball, left Reichert with just one defender on her, and that is not usually enough. And that was certainly not enough that time. 12 points now for Reichert, 39-35. Jackson Center by 4, two-possession game. Maggie Anderson backing down the defense. They end up triple-teaming Biesecker now. All the way around, Gracie Anderson, hot hand. Not this time, it's long, but she gets a rebound up and in. What a play. Anderson follows. Her shot didn't go down, but they tell you follow your shot for good reason. She got the rebound and made a layup. And Kendall Reese breaking now. Tough pass to Reichert. This will be possession arrow Tigers, so it'll stay down here. But boy, Gracie Anderson now with 11. Excuse me, goodness. As Kendall Reese leaves the floor and Grace Prenger comes back on with 4 personals. So let's keep an eye on that. 2:49 to go here in a 5.2 possession game. And Coffer tips the inbound pass. Looked like maybe they're trying to find Grace Pranger on a lob. Didn't quite get it done, so this actually will be easier for Jackson Center now to get the ball in. And Presley Reese will start things off. Gracie Anderson out to defender. Boy, what a great game this has been. Addie Biederman, she's got Meg Rogers on her. Again, McKinley Reichert trying to work her way open down inside, but the zone makes that a little tougher. Covington does a nice job of closing the passing lanes. Biederman now, a little dribble penetration, ball fake, kicks over. Nice steal by Coffer the other way. 2 to beat. Biederman all the way down. And no basket, but definitely a foul. Nobody can say anything about that one. As Biederman gets back. And Coffer will go to the line. That's the 9th team foul. Biederman's second. 39-37, 2:20 to go. Coffer with 6 on the night, 2 personals. There, she's got the second one. That'll put her at 7. And Presley Reese, again, right at the 10-foot line. Gracie Anderson with that long wingspan almost gets that ball. Now across to Reichert, and that's the way you do it to break press. You pass the ball, come up the middle of the floor. Now that they're on their side, Tiffany Brown's going to take 30. We will stay right here with her. Jackson Center, 2 scorers in double digits. Presley Reese with a dozen, McKinley Reichert with a dozen. Grace Pranger with 2, Addie Biederman with 5, Kendall Reese, Macy Kloffenstein each with 4. Avery Coffer with 7, Gracie Anderson with 11, Maggie Anderson with 13 leads all scorers. Carly Biesecker with 7 over on the Covington side of the ledger. 39-38 Jackson Center. So a single possession game, 1 point, 2:08 to go. Jackson Center has 9 team fouls. So big advantage here for the Bucks with only 4. They can give 2 fouls away. The third foul will put Jackson Center into the bonus. So they've got a couple of free fouls to play with here late. And Jackson Center will inbound. This is Addie Biederman. Presley Reese now with it. Gracie Anderson going to meet her right at the timeline. And we hit the 2-minute warning, if you will. Addie Biederman now. Three-point line, wanted to travel. Didn't look like the foot moved. Because, you know, I could see everything from all the way up here in the crow's nest. Gracie Anderson's going to pick up a body foul. Her second. It's away from the ball, but that's 5 team fouls. So 1 more freebie, and then the one after that will put him in the bonus with 17 fouls. So here's Presley Reese. Gracie Anderson's going to concede the right side. Kind of force her down there where they'll pick up the double team. Now they got her pinned. Reichert's flashed open. Boy, she could have got that sooner. It would have been a little cleaner. Reichert still with excellent ability gets that ball and saves the day. Biederman now with it. 39-38, 1:32 to go. Again, Bucks with a foul to give. Jackson Center with 9 personals. The next one puts the Bucks in the double bonus as Reese now loses the handle. And they're going to say Gracie Anderson touched it. So it will stay down here with the Tigers. See Addie Biederman setting the play up here, the inbound play. 1:19 and running, 39-38, 1-point game here for the Lady Tigers. 6-5 on the campaign. Looking to go 7-5. 8-5 on the campaign for the Bucks. Reichert picks up her dribble. Biesecker all over her. Going to run out of time. Gets it to Pranger. Now she's got to scramble. Boy, nice defense right there by the Bucks. Making it tough. It's like the Bucks still in a bit of a zone as Pranger gets hammered on the baseline. And we get a double, or a jump ball. A lot of body down there. And it's going to go the way of the Bucks. So a big break there for Covington as Pranger got run into. No call. 50.8. And Covington with the ball down by 1. Jackson Center has no fouls to give. Next foul on the Tigers is going to be a 2-shot foul. Nice pass inside to Maggie Anderson. Can't finish. Kloffenstein comes away with it. And then they're going to foul Presley Reese. That was the last free foul. Next foul committed by the Bucks will be number 7, and that'll give 1-1 to the Tigers as we are now 33.7 seconds away from the end of the fourth quarter. We are going to get a precision strip timeout called by the Bucks. It's a full one. We'll take it with them. Exciting girls basketball action. Don't go away. We got a nail biter here on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Welcome back to Jackson Center, and I hear little Guns N' Roses in the background, a little Welcome to the Jungle. So maybe their gym is the Jungle or the Jungle Gym. I don't know. I always call it the Tiger's Den. But either way, 33.7 seconds to go. Next foul by the Bucks puts Jackson Center 1-1. Next foul by the Tigers puts the Bucks in double bonus, shooting 2. Jackson Center by 1, 39-38, 33.7 to go. Biederman is going to inbound to the Tigers. So got to protect the basketball here if you're Jackson Center and create a clean opportunity. And there we're going to get a quick foul. Gracie Anderson will pick up her third, and that will be the 7th team foul. And that should bring Presley Reese down here to shoot the bonus 1-1, and it does. So 31.9 to go. This is where free throws obviously become quite important because you can score without taking time off. Reese with 12 on the night. And a big free throw there because obviously that gets her second of the 1-1, making the front end. Boy, 2 really big free throws right there. Makes it a 3-point, still a 1-possession game. And here's Koff now, finds Gracie Anderson. Grace Pranger with 4 fouls, D'ing her up. And we're going to get a foul over here. Stays down here. I didn't see, I was looking down at my paper, did not see what they called. And a foul on Gracie Anderson. Her 4th, team 8th. Did not see what they called over there on the far side on Meg Rogers, what was going on there. It did not result in a foul, so I'm not sure what happened there. It must have gotten tipped out of bounds or something. My apologies. I happened to look down at my sheet just as stuff happened. 1-1, again, Presley Reese with 14 points, leading all scorers. 20.9. Make sure you stick around after the final buzzer because we're going to bring you the Wagner's IGA stats and highlights as the front end of that 1-1. Boy, key free throws down the stretch here for Presley Reese. 42-38 now, 4-point lead, 2-possession game for the Tigers. This is a big free throw right here. And she is up to the task. 16 for Reese. 43-38, 5-point game. 17 seconds, timeout right down here. And it is a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them when we come back. 16.7 seconds to go. Tigers by 3 here, or by 5 here on NKTelco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back. Boy, this song reminds me of my old friend Ben Holman. Benny and the Jets. Old Benno, number 50 for the New Bremen Cardinals. Lost his life as a very young man in a terrible tragedy. 5-6 years ago now. This song always makes me think of Benno. Never saw that kid without a smile on his face. Good boy. All right, 5-point lead here for the Tigers. 16.7 to go, 43-38. 9 fouls, Jackson Center, 8 for the Bucks. This is Meg Rogers inbounding. 2-possession game. So they've got to have something and a quick foul, and Sean Neff calls a 30-second timeout. We will just kind of hang out right here. No, it's going to be a full timeout. But he did not like what he saw there Thankfully for them, it didn't take much time off the clock. Called that timeout pretty quickly. 16.7 to go, 2-possession game, 5 points separate the Lady Tigers and the Lady Bucks. It's been an entertaining ride tonight up here in the Crow's Nest at Jackson Center. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank all of our sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Allen Ball Insurance, and of course NKTelco. Don't go away. We'll take a break after the final buzzer while I work up the numbers. Come back, get all the stats, highlights, and scoring, and an NKTelco player of the game. Here we go. Coffer inbound to Gracie Anderson, guarded by Biederman. Got to do something quick. Anderson down the baseline. They're going to say she went out of bounds with the basketball. And, man, that's tough. 12.6 seconds to go. They are going to have to foul whoever gets this ball, or obviously a turnover would be good, as Reichert looking to inbound it. Reese got herself available and open at the circle, and then she's fouled immediately. So, again, hot hand to the line. So good fortune there for Tiffany Brown and the Tigers. With 11 ticks on the clock, they are up by 5, and their best, hottest hand at the moment, Presley Reese. She's made 4 straight free throws. That's the 9th team foul, so it is a 1-on-1 situation. Front end again. Talk about clutch. Jackson Center's made 6 in a row. 5 of those are from Reese. She has 17. 44-38, 6-point lead. Still 2-possession game. Now it's a 3-possession game because they have a 7-point lead, and we are under 10 seconds. Coffer going to have to do something quick. Inside to Rogers. There's not going to be enough time. It's Maggie Anderson long off the back of the iron. And down with it comes Biederman. And that's going to do it. Your final score, Jackson Center 45, Covington 38. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to take just a minute or so, maybe a minute and a half, get the final numbers together in the Wagner's IGA highlights and stats report, and we will be choosing an NKTelco player of the game. So once again from Jackson Center, the Lady Tigers hold serve in the Tigers Den, 45-38 over Covington on NKTelco Sports.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to Jackson Center High School. Man, what a great game. Your final score, the Jackson Center Lady Tigers take down the Covington Bucks. 45-38. What a ball game. What a ball game. Jackson Center prevails down the stretch, thanks in large part to some excellent 6 straight free throws from Presley Reese. So how did we get there? Let's talk about the Covington side of the ledger. They shot 34% from the floor, 13 of 38 total, 10 of 29 from 2, 3 of 9 from 3, so 33% beyond the arc, 34% overall. 64%, 9 of 14 from the charity stripe. They pulled down 19 rebounds, and they also committed 19 turnovers. Their leading scorer, Maggie Anderson, with 13. Gracie Anderson poured in 12, all of which came in the fourth, I believe. 11, for Gracie Anderson. 7 points for Avery Coffer. Her points came late as well. Carly Biesecker was 7. On the other side of the ledger here for Jackson Center, they went 14 of 33 overall shooting for 42%, 3 of 4, beyond the arc for 75% 3, 11 of 29 inside the arc. They were 85.7% from the free throw line, which was a big deal. 12 of 14. That is absolutely lights out free throw shooting at the high school level. So to be commended there, Presley Reese big part of that. 18 turnovers committed and 20 rebounds. So rebounds, Buccaneers 19, Tigers 20. Turnovers, Buccaneers 19, Tigers 18. So some very close statistics here. Gave us what ended up being a 7-point margin of victory. But again, you get into the late stages of the game and you got to foul. And the only person they could really foul, Presley Reese, Jackson Center did a good job of getting that ball into Presley Reese's hands. And she had the hot hand, and boy, she leads all scorers with 18. McKinley Reichert, a dozen for the Jackson Center Tigers. Also for the Tigers, Addie Biederman with 5, Kendall Reese and Macy Kloffenstein with 4 apiece, and then Grace Prenger closed things out scoring-wise for the Tigers with 2. So thank you very much for hanging out with me tonight. Once again, one last time, Jackson Center 45, Covington 38. Jackson Center moves to 7-5 on the campaign. Covington moves to 8-6 overall. So 2 pretty evenly matched teams record-wise and statistically and scoreboard-wise. So really great game. I'd like to thank one more time the staff here at Jackson Center High School, Scott Elkert, Kim Metz, of course, Coach Tiffany Brown. Wonderful place to call basketball. Thanks for hanging out. One more piece of business. The NKTelco Sports Player of the Game has got to be the sophomore, number 10, Presley Reese for Jackson Center. 18 points tonight. 6 free throws down the stretch, a pair of threes. What a night for the sophomore guard, Presley Reese. Hats off to her. Congratulations, your NKTelco Player of the Game. One last time, this is Scott Fry from Jackson Center. Congratulations to the Lady Tigers and taking a thriller 45-38 over Covington here on NKTelco Sports.